Shalom, Kahalayam La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashai, Waharacha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace, salutation, blessings, and mercy to the Lord's elect. I open this lesson speaking in the ancient Hebrew tongue, giving all praises to the Most High and his true name, which is Yahweh, meaning he is, he exists, he to be. Okay, in the name of his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His true name is Yahawashai, all right, meaning he delivered or he savior. And the real Israelites are us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're living in a time where Yahawashai is about to make his second coming, and it's going to be hell on earth. All right, Jacob's trouble, all out hell and chaos. Right, the implementation of the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, okay, and war, nuclear war, okay, known in the scriptures as the War of Armageddon. All right, that's what people refer to as World War III. That's all getting ready to take place, and it's going to conclude with the nuclear destruction of America, okay, and the deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. Because during that time of World War III, Yahawashai and the angels will visit this realm. All right. And by the way, the self-proclaimed so-called white man is the Edomite. He's the descendant of Esau, Edom. And he's playing out his role as the wicked and Satan's physical counterpart in this earth. All right. So with all that being said, okay, now, like the scriptures say, now is a high time to awake out of sleep. So I just want to do a quick message of exhortation and a reminder for us all to be watchful. All right. Be watchful, because we are living in a very evil, highly demonic time. OK, so not only are us brothers watching, for Yahawashai's coming, like we're commanded to, watching the prophecies. Right. But first and foremost, we're watching ourselves. Right, examining ourselves, making sure, we right in the spirit. And, if we got any demons on us, which happens because we're in this flesh. If we got any demons on us, pray them off, go on a fast, starve them out. Right. Seek out counsel, whatever we got to do. So not only are we watching the prophecies, watching and examining ourselves, but also watch these other people. OK. Especially those of our own household. Yahawashai said a man's enemies is going to be those of his own household, and brothers go through that and experience that, some more than others. Okay, but, Satan, knows who the elect is. Lord's willing, we're of the elect. Satan knows he can't break us. All right, so what is he going to do? He's going to, put demons on your woman, if you have one, on your children, if you have them, right? Or on those, whoever, if you don't, let's say you don't, oh, brother, well, I don't got a woman, I don't got no children. Okay, well, whoever you associated with, all right, your parents, all right, whoever, all right, people in the world that you got to deal with, your boss at the job, making it just pure hell for you, your co-workers, all right, whoever. All right, Satan to put demons on your car. All right, whatever you associated with. OK, but, sticking to the point and the purpose of this lesson is you really got to watch, these people out here. All right, as it says here in 1 Peter 5:8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. All right, that's Satan. All right, he's just roaming around, putting wicked spirits on people, to tempt you, right? Making sure if you, not praying and fasting and in the spirit, he'll hop on you. All right, let's look up this word vigilant. It says to watch, metaphorically give strict attention to. Be cautious, active. All right. So, give strict attention to the behavior of these people. Because if you're not watching, then, Satan will stir up something and something to happen. It could be in your own household, and a split decision, you mess your whole situation up. All right. Maybe because you just wasn't in the spirit and you weren't watching. You weren't giving strict attention to that individual or the situation. Okay. Using a woman as an example, because all of us know how easily demons and Satan could, get on a woman, to agitate you. They just susceptible to that. But if you're not, in the spirit, it could cause something to go, south real quick. All right. So we got to remain vigilant. It says to take heed lest through remission and indolence some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one. You see, that's what I was just going into. All right. We can't be walking around, silly headed like the rest of these people, like nothing's going on. All right. You just go home and just in a comfortable spirit all the time, like nothing could happen. All right. We always got to be locked in the spirit. Yahweh Shai told us we're as sheep in the midst of wolves. All right. To be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Okay. And then, in our group chat, a brother, mentioned, and that somewhat has something to do with me doing this lesson, but what he mentioned was on point. It's nothing we didn't know already, being in this truth and taking heed to the apostles and elders. But that brother kind of reminded us all, he, told us, for those of us with women, keep in mind that, we're with them, Lord's will, the Lord has mercy on them or whatever. But, keep in mind that at any given moment, that woman, the family, especially if you got seeds with her, the family that's associated with that woman, at any given moment, Satan could hop on them to stir up some shit, which is why we have to be vigilant, and in this watchful spirit. But I'm taking it, beyond a woman. This lesson isn't, about that really. It's just about in general. All right. Yeah, we got the example of the woman, but, anybody, your children, your parents, and we know the scriptures say, honor your mother and father. But you got to even be careful with that. We deal with them, but sometimes you might have to deal with your parents from a very far distance, because you just know that Satan could hop on them. And the goal of Satan is to get you out of the spirit, right? To get you to do something to go off. For an example, let's say you got a dad or a mom in the world, and they could just have a heavy demonic spirit on them because they know you in the truth. And they could just be doing all type of evil, wicked shit towards you. Hey, some brothers actually go through that. Certain brothers who have parents in the world, man, some brothers' parents are real demons towards them. All right. But, it could start getting to a point where they doing crazy shit to the point where you want to get out of character and cuss them out, or try to do something carnal, but that will be going off. All right. Or anybody in this world, a nigga at the job, a nigga at the world, want to aggravate and frustrate you to the point where you just ready to, crash out. That's the term they're using nowadays. You want to just crash out, say, fuck everything. Satan want to put you in that mindset. That's just Satan. Satan will want to put you in a mindset of, nah, fuck camp. Fuck all that. I'm whatever. I'm going to the spiritual realm and I'm taking people with me. Hey, that's Satan. That's fucking Satan. And yeah, brothers get those, emotions sometimes because, man, we're in a crazy ass place. So sometimes you do feel like just saying, fuck it. All right. But we know that's Satan because we're here to do a job. All right. The Lord has our situations the way it is for a reason, so that we could do his work. All right. And going back to, us few brothers with women, certain of us, some of us more than others, the woman, causes a lot of hell on you. But just keep in mind that, we made the decision to get whatever woman that we have and to deal with them. We made that decision, and we'll have to live with whatever results, come out of the particular woman we chose. And we cannot use that as an excuse to blow everything up, to mess up our whole situation to the point where now we can't come to camp, because of, something behind her or our children. We can't use our children as an excuse to not do the Lord's work, to not be in the spirit, to not read, pray, fast, do whatever spiritual we need to do. We can't use nothing as an excuse. All right. But it all goes back to the scriptures. Let's see in the NLT in verse 8 on the right hand side, it says, stay alert, right? Stay alert, because you don't know that. And that's the thing about Satan. Really, I'm, move around. And I know I'm not speaking for myself. I know all of us brothers, starting with the head apostles and elders on down to us, walk around kind of, nervous. And I'm saying nervous or anxious for lack of better terms, because you just never know what could happen. You never know what type of situation the Lord is going to put you in. You never know, what type of test is going to come your way at what time. All right. We know we going to catch hell. We know we going to be we going to be tested. We going to be tempted. But the thing about it is we don't know when and where. It can happen at any time. Anything could pop off at any given moment. This devil crap, could come down, whatever. Woman trip out, whatever. We got to be ready for it all. Preparing for the worst. All right. Praying for the best. Yeah, you want to pray for your situation, that things go smooth. But the reality of it, it might go the opposite way. So our minds have to be prepared and geared to handle that. All right. But it all goes back to being alert and in this watchful spirit. Right. Stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy, the devil. All right. The spiritual entity, Satan, and his physical counterpart, which is the so-called white man. He prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. All right. Continuing in the NLT, it says, stand firm against him and be strong in your faith. Remember that your Christian brothers and sisters, right? That's brothers and few sisters that's in this truth, all over the world are going through the same kind of suffering you are, right? So just think about that. Nothing is perfect here. All right. Nothing. We're all in some type of messed up, imperfect situation within our personal lives. That's why it's important that we all pray for one another. All right. Let's get some precepts now. Let's get Proverbs. Let me get this in another app because I want to get it in a different modern translation that the Blue Letter doesn't have. Let's get Proverbs 24. All right, Proverbs 24, verses 33 and 34. But let's get it in the GNTD, the Good News Translation. So Proverbs 24, starting at verse 33, it reads, go ahead and take your nap. Go ahead and sleep, for folding your hands and rest a while. But while you are asleep, poverty will attack you like an armed robber. All right. So I brought this out to get the point that we can't afford to be lackadaisical and lethargic, no sense of urgency and just through and sleep like the rest of these people. We can't afford that, because we know that suddenly, all out hell and chaos is going to break loose. Suddenly at any given moment, we could lose it all. We could be tested, tempted. Somebody we know that's around us that we thought we trusted could flip out and flip the script on us. And if we don't, have a spiritual mindset, we might not react the right way. That's why it's very important to Like Galatians, 5:16 says, walk in the spirit. All right. This is why we got to walk in the spirit. Okay. We cannot afford to sleep and to kick back. All right. Because at any given moment, anything could pop off. Let's go back to the KJV. And let's get Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 12. Ecclesiastes 9 and 12, it reads, for man also knoweth not his time. Right, the people in this society right now, all right, and all men in general, all right, you don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. All right, yeah, we know the prophecies. Okay, we know the prophecies, but we can't give you a date and a time to anything, right? We can't tell you, next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Esau going to crash the system and implement his chip. We can't give you a time frame of that. We know it's going to happen very soon. All right. We can't tell you, in 3 months, on a sunny Sunday afternoon, that's when the least of the flock is going to draw out, America and Russia for World War III. Although we know that's going to happen, we can't give you a time frame. Yahushua said, no man, not even himself, knows the hour and the time, of his coming. All right. But he gave us the prophecies and the signs. All right. So again, it says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net. All right. Just imagine that, just fishes swimming around the sea, not even knowing that it's a boat, about to cast out a net to gather them up. They just swimming around doing fish stuff, catches them off guard. It says, and as birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. All right. And we have the advantage because we know that we know what time it is. We know what time we in. We know what time that's coming. We know the prophecies and we got hope of salvation. So that's how much advantage we have over the rest of these people. The rest of these people are just likened to fish, just swimming around in the sea, not knowing what the hell is going on, not even knowing they about to be gathered up in a net. All right. These people who are walking around on this earth that's not of the elect, they don't even know they're in a trap. All right. They living out their pleasures, living out their dreams and they lust, not even knowing it's all a trap. And they all about to go through some cold hell. Right. It says again, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. All right. And the highlight is suddenly upon them. All right. Like the day of the Lord as a thief in the night. So with that being said, let's end this off in 1 Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians 5. And we'll try to read verses 1 through 8. It reads, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. All right. So, us brethren, those of us that are in this truth, we know what time it is. We know that the day of the Lord, right, the day of all out hell and chaos, the day those hypersonic nukes is shot off, the day of Yahushua's, actual arrival to this realm is going to catch these people off guard. Why? Because they're not in a watchful spirit. They don't know what time it is. All right. They're not looking for Yahushua. They don't even believe in him. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. There is no escape. Everybody is trapped right here in the Most High's box. It says, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. And the night represents, this society, this world. All right. America, the valley of the shadow of death. All right. We ain't in the same spirit as the rest of these people. Just that lottie-dottie, nothing's going on, just all into these distractions. Right. It says, therefore, let us, and here's the point, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. All right. Be level headed and be watchful. not only of the times and of the seasons, but first and foremost ourselves. Make sure we don't got no demonic evil spirits on us. All right. Watch the people around us that are closest to us, whether it be your woman, children, whoever. All right. It says, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation. All right. And as I mentioned, that's what separates us from the rest of these people. Not only do we know what's coming, although we don't know exactly when, we can't give you the day and time, at least we know it's coming. All right. But not only that, we got the hope of salvation to be saved out of it all. So with that, I'm going to close this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying and exhorting. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles.